Off Palawan, tension electrifies the air as the BRP Gabriela Silang stands guard over the RV Explorer, mapping the seabed for natural gas. A ring of Chinese Coast Guard ships looms, their presence a stark assertion of Beijing's sweeping claims over the West Philippine Sea. The standoff is silent but fraught. One wrong move could spark a regional crisis. Radio warnings fly. China demands withdrawal. The Filipino captain stands firm, citing international law. Overhead, a U.S. Navy P-8 Poseidon circles, a quiet signal of American support. For the Philippines, the stakes are existential. The Malampaya gas field is running dry, and new reserves could mean energy independence for over 115 million people. But China's ambitions threaten this future, holding the nation's prosperity hostage. This is more than a local dispute. It's a flashpoint in the U.S.-China rivalry, a test of international law and regional order. Filipino crews, backed by their oldest ally, refuse to yield to intimidation. The outcome here will echo across the Indo-Pacific, shaping power dynamics for decades. The world watches, knowing the fate of the region may hinge on what happens in these contested waters. The courage on display is a testament to a nation's resolve. The next move could change everything. The West Philippine Sea's oil and gas reserves are the Philippines' best hope as Malampaya nears depletion. Without new sources, the country faces blackouts, soaring costs, and stalled growth. The Reed Bank alone could hold enough gas to power the economy for generations, transforming the Philippines from an importer to a self-reliant energy nation. Energy independence would mean security, lower prices, and billions saved on imports. Funds that could be redirected to education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The urgency is real. Government planners race to bring new fields online before the lights go out. But these resources lie in contested waters, turning a straightforward economic need into a geopolitical struggle. The quest for energy is now a test of sovereignty and resolve. The nation's future depends on unlocking this treasure. The challenge doing so under the shadow of China's claims. China claims nearly the entire South China Sea, overlapping the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. An international tribunal rejected Beijing's claims in 2016, but China ignores the ruling, doubling down on intimidation. Filipino fishermen face harassment, their livelihoods threatened by Chinese Coast Guard and militia. Survey and energy crews are routinely blocked, deterring investment and development. China's gray zone tactics, coercion short of war, aim to force Manila into joint development on Beijing's terms. Swarms of Chinese vessels and militarized artificial islands create a new reality on the water. The goal is clear: deny the Philippines access to its own resources, making international law seem powerless. The struggle is not just for territory, but for the right to exist under the rule of law. The stakes grow with every confrontation. The U.S. stands firm, defending freedom of navigation and the rules-based order. Its mutual defense treaty with the Philippines covers the South China Sea. An attack on Philippine forces could trigger a U.S. response. U.S. Navy warships and surveillance aircraft are a constant presence, challenging China's claims and reassuring allies. Intelligence sharing gives the Philippines real-time awareness, helping counter China's gray zone tactics. These patrols and over-the-horizon support raise the cost of Chinese aggression. The message to Beijing is unmistakable: the U.S. will not cede the Indo-Pacific. For Manila, this alliance is a vital shield in the fight for sovereignty. The American commitment is more than words. It's a deterrent that shapes every move in the region. The balance of power depends on this unwavering presence: the stakes, peace, stability, and the future of the region. The world is watching. At its core, this conflict is about sovereignty and the rule of law. The 2016 tribunal affirmed the Philippines' rights under UNCLOS, but China's defiance threatens the global legal order. If might prevails, international law loses meaning. Smaller nations everywhere are at risk. The South China Sea is a battleground for influence. with China seeking dominance and the US and allies defending a free, open Indo-Pacific. Manila must balance ties with China and its alliance with the US, knowing this is about more than resources. The nation's identity and future are on the line. Will the Philippines chart its own destiny or yield to a regional power? The answer is being written now, in contested waters. Every patrol in the West Philippine Sea is a high-stakes test for the Philippine Coast Guard and Navy. Outnumbered and outgunned, they face aggressive Chinese maneuvers, water cannons, near collisions, relentless radio threats. Filipino crews show restraint, documenting every incident to expose China's tactics. Scientists and energy workers face the same dangers, their missions now high-risk operations. The threat scares off investors, stalling vital energy projects. These daily confrontations are a dangerous game, where a single mistake could spark conflict. The professionalism of Filipino crews is the last line of defense against escalation. Their courage highlights the human cost of this geopolitical struggle. The US-Philippine alliance is stronger than ever, built on intelligence sharing and joint training. Real-time surveillance exposes Chinese militia movements, letting the Philippines deploy its limited assets more effectively. US support includes advanced hardware, training, and annual Balikatan exercises, boosting the military's skills and readiness. The goal: a credible defense posture that deters aggression, not matches China ship for ship. Joint patrols and coordinated operations send a clear message. This alliance is active and resolute. US access to Philippine bases accelerates modernization and hardens defenses. The partnership is a living shield, giving Manila the confidence to protect its resources. The alliance's strength is unity, on land, at sea, and in the air. Together, they raise the cost of coercion. The future of Philippine sovereignty depends on this partnership. A massive new gas field, the Sampaguita North Prospect, has been discovered west of Palawan, potentially bigger than Malampaya. This Palawan prize could power the Philippines for decades, create jobs, and transform the economy. Billions in investment and government revenue are at stake, but so is the nation's energy security. Yet, China's 9-line claim looms, threatening interference even in undisputed waters. The risk of Chinese harassment is the main obstacle to development. US security guarantees are crucial to attracting investment and deterring aggression. Only with a credible deterrent can the Philippines unlock this wealth. The world's eyes are on Palawan. Will the nation seize its moment? The answer depends on security, resolve, and alliance. The West Philippine Sea crisis is about more than resources. It's about the nation's future. Energy independence, jobs, and sovereignty are all at stake. For the US, it's a test of credibility and the regional order. Manila is building alliances with the US, Japan, Australia, and Europe, forming a united front against coercion. The goal is deterrence, not conflict, creating space for peaceful resolution under international law. A networked alliance shows Beijing that aggression isolates, not empowers. The hope: a future where the sea's riches fuel prosperity, not conflict. The promise of the Palawan Prize can only be realized through unity, law, and courage.